Yo, what's up, everybody out there? I am Magic Mike, and I am the one that give you all of the information that you need to know about anything. So, one of the things that I want to talk about today is, social media. We watch social media all the time. I mean, the phone stays in your hand. You're in line for waiting for groceries, whatever you're doing. You got the phone in your hand, so you see all kinds of social media stuff. Normally, what your algorithm brings up, what you like to watch, what you watch all the time. So I seen a comment that someone was driving down the street and they was talking about black people raping each other and black people not fighting white supremacy. So I don't know who that is. I didn't even actually read the name. I just was listening to it. And as I was listening to it, I remember years ago that I was out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I had been out in projects. I had been out in the communities on both sides of towns. There was a program that we had where we were getting food through Al-Amin. And the program, we was feeding families. We out there feeding families. So that went on for quite some time. And as I was out there, I'm always giving a good speech or I'm talking to somebody and telling them, hey, look, these are some things that you can do to improve, your status, your financial and things like that. I'm always giving, a helping hand one way or the other. Well, when people put posts out about why don't black people fight for white supremacy, why are they raping each other in prison and things like that, when people put those things out, then it's like, people kind of be ignorant to things because they just don't really know. One of the things is that we have to get clear is there's 9 billion people in the world. And right here in America, you got maybe 800 people that would probably really go fight if there was a war. I mean, you got about 800 people that probably would go and fight. Black people, we all love to say we black. We all love to say we got black pride. We all love to say we don't care about nothing else. But one of the things that we as a people, we fail to realize that we destroy ourselves. We've all been a part of it. Everybody. We destroy ourselves. And instead of really figuring out how we can work together, we become enemies before we can even try to work together. We become enemies. We become enemies and we don't even know each other. We become enemies because of I looked at you in a sun matter, the way the sun is in my face and I'm scrunching up, but I'm looking at you. But at the same time, you're looking at me. And the way you're looking at me, you got murder on your mind. You might even pull your gun out and start shooting. We see each other every day. Black people don't see white supremacy every single day. And living amongst your own kind, when you live amongst your own kind, when you seeing the same person doing the same thing over and over and over, sometimes you get irritated about what they doing, whether it's wrong or right. But is it your business to even be thinking about him? Then you have to take it back about, back in the days, the families would, make sure that everybody was straight. But today's time, we have to really think about how do we change things? People say, well, get more black people in office, get them in position. Has that changed anything? We've had black people in office several different times. I think it's in the people. It's in the people. Of course, if you get into a war battle, you're gonna be outnumbered and outgunned only because we don't have the Congress and we don't have the government. That belongs to white folks. And as long as they own that, imagine all of the black people they own along with it. See, that's still kind of slavery if you take a look at it and you just really see, the house niggas and the field niggas. Let's just put this out there straight. This is not like we kids and we sugarcoating something. This is real. And there are more white supremacy people that are out causing damage all through the nation. But there's hundreds and thousands of black people women from one project to the other project, from one house to the next house, knocking on people's doors and fighting like to the death. I have no idea what the fights be about, but I can imagine that most of the fights be about something real small. People think that whooping somebody's ass, grabbing them by the hair, swinging them around, and whopping them with your other hand is the thing to do because it became a fad, and people are following it, and it's like you can't. I was on the airplane last week. The lady was waiting for somebody to, just so she could, pump it up and start her argument. And yeah, she was a black lady, but as soon as one thing, she let it be known, I'm gonna do it. Hey, look, she was letting the whole plane know what was gonna happen to that lady if that lady said one more word. So, people talk. I don't know what the lady was saying, but talking, that all could be solved by you outsmarting that person and outthinking that person, and also humiliating that person for trying to humiliate you. You can do that. You can walk away. You can leave it alone, or you can beat the hell out of that person, or you can let that person beat the hell out of you. But something that's that small that created all of that. And see, that's the thing that people don't understand is when they create a problem, the problem creates, and then it blows up. And then when it's so big, and then you think, why'd you do that to me? But think about the problem that you already created. And then you play the victim as if you was abused when you created the problem. And we see this happen all the time. But in the communities, in order to raise people up, I was told that it couldn't be done and it will not be done. Because there's 9 billion people in the world, and there are 3 billion people that's never even heard of Christianity. You got a numerous amount of people that when they wake up every morning, they're not waking up because they feel like they're gonna be successful today. They're waking up thinking about what they're gonna go do to somebody else. I mean, they thinking about how they're gonna hurt somebody. They thinking about how they're gonna go and flex on somebody. That's their whole motive throughout the whole day. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. People wake up and they think about how they're gonna go and fuck somebody's day up, or how they're gonna go and fuck somebody up. They're not thinking about when the murder comes, when the death comes, then it involves the whole family. People, be careful when you out there doing things, when you out there talking to people, when you out there living your life. Everybody's trying to live and have a good time. There's things that are confusing. Let's take good time and let's take bad time, and things are confusing. You got people in the streets warring every day. You got people in the streets being racist every day. You got people in the streets that are doing things that people are saying, you allowed them to do that. Somebody be like, well, how are we going to be able to stop them? What are we going to do? Yeah, you see armies marching around in their black uniforms with their guns. A lot of black people. But we having more black people hung. There's more black people being hung in these days and time. Right now, in the last 5 years, there's been more black people hung. And nobody has done anything about it. We talk about sticking together when you got these peons out here fighting each other, black people fighting each other to the death. I mean, beating the person is, and as soon as the white person come up, yes sir, how you doing, sir? You know it's the truth. And some people get tough with the police and all of that, but that's just one person. You probably gonna get stretched out, and ain't nobody gonna help you. Everybody gonna be watching him get beat up. And I say it's not every single person, but the majority count. The majority count. When you got so many things happening on this side, you got to think about it. You got to think about even how to fight. If we did go to war, how to really go to war. How do you prepare yourself? Well, people trying to make a living out here. People trying to make money. You got people trying to run clubs. You got people trying to run restaurants. You got people that's trying to run hat stores, accessories. You got people running, salons. You got people running things. You got people running stuff that they don't want to mess their business up. You tell the person, hey, strap up, get all your, and come roll with us. Come on. Logically. My homeboy told me, it'll never happen. Said it'll never happen. To us as black people, y'all will never get together. My homeboy black. He said, y'all will never get together. Then he said, no, we'll never get it together. He says, black people will never get it together. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? What my homeboy said, we'll never get together, we'll never stick together, and we'll never be a strong nation as a black people. My homeboy said, we'll never be a powerful black nation because we don't like each other. Because we don't like each other for nothing. We don't like each other because of what we look like. We don't like each other because of what somebody walk like. We don't like each other because it's what somebody dresses like. We don't like each other because of the way somebody talks. We don't like each other just because somebody may look better than them. We don't like each other because somebody may have more money than them. We don't like each other. Black people, we don't like each other. Because if we did, of all the years, we speak the 400 years. We speak that 400 years all the time. We always speak 400 years, 400 years, 400 years. But in reality, what have we done about it? How have we teamed up? How have we grouped up? How have we came together with organizations and got people off the streets from killing each other and keep getting people to start thinking about how we could live a better life underneath our own government? We don't think about that. And if we do, we ain't done nothing about it. I'm just one person talking about it. I'm not even hearing many people talk about it. And the reason being is because we're too busy at each other. We're too busy at each other for past stuff. We're too busy at each other for old stuff. We're too busy at each other for stuff that just presented itself today. We're too busy. You take a look at things that happened 30 years ago. Let's take a look at the Tupac murder. Who was he killed by? After he was killed, how many more black people killed more black people? Who created the whole problem? Where did it all come from? Anybody can tap in the comments and say where it came from. But who is really at fault and who's the real problem right here? Who is the real problem? Who are we going to turn to? Who are we going to get to lead us? Farrakhan? Farrakhan has a strong nation. Strong nation. But are we moving to be aggressive? Are we moving to be powerful? Or are we just talking? What are we doing? You ask me what I do. I do what I can do. And what I can do, that's what I do. I'm solo. I ain't got a team of people. I ain't got an army. Yeah, when I was younger, we had groups of people that was gang members. We had family members that was part of all kinds of stuff that 30, 40 years ago. In today's time, nobody's thinking like I'm thinking. But when I was thinking about being out there in that life, there's a lot of people thinking like that. I got out of that thinking 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Now, here's another, let's cut that 30, 40 years ago. So now we take today's time. And it's even worse today than it was then. I hope that this reaches some people and change their concept on the way that they think about the next black person. Because when you think black people should go fight white supremacy, or black people should go fight the government, or that they should fight, period, against the other race, when you think like that, you think about one thing. What does the numbers look like? 1 against 100, ain't no winning. This thing is called stick together. If you can't stick together, you one of them. If you can't stick with your people, then you one of them. That's all I got to say for y'all today. Magic Mike, I'm in the building.